Morning everybody, how are you this morning? Hopefully you can see me. Hello! It's that nice and bright today. Window of opportunity, the sun's come out. Anyway, day 16 of my property journey. Lessons I've learned. Things about what to do and what not to do. The importance of it all. Morning! So day 16, I bought this property 20 years ago. You notice a pattern here, how I bought my property and held it for a lot of years, and that's where the wealth's accumulated, and the fact that I've held it for so many years. Property investing is not a short-term business. It's a medium to long-term business, and it's a slow burner. Again, I go back to saying to your additional income stream, but not your main income stream. You should always try and develop an income outside of what you do from day to day, and then there'll come a point in the future maybe where you can do that later on and actually replace the job. Morning Andrea, with the income that you're generating from your property business. That's kind of how I did it. So yeah, no surprise I bought this property 20 years ago. All I've done to it since then is I think I've changed the kitchen, and I've changed the heating, and I've changed the windows. And that's it for today. That was pretty boring, eh? But that's what I said in my tagline. Boring pays well sometimes. Let me explain. This was explained to me, and the penny dropped later on. I couldn't believe this is what I was doing over all these years. I was what you call a serial starter-upper. I love the thrill of starting something new. I love the thrill of getting involved in something new. And sometimes it's to your detriment. So what do I mean by that? Because it's like, well, it's something new. Well, you find that you get to, you start a business, for example, or you start on what you're wanting to do. All your enthusiasm's there. You're jumping about like a puppy. You'd have two tails and you could wag both. That's the reality. But what you find is, after a period of time, that starts to settle down. And then when it starts to settle down, and you start to generate some income out of it, a lot of people actually go, wait a minute, this is now boring. And then what they do is they go and start something else, but they don't realise they've got traction in what they're doing already. And that's where they're going to develop their wealth. But they actually get caught up in I've got to start something new because I love the buzz and I love the excitement, and to the detriment of their actual income and their income stream that they're developing. And I think for me that's what it was. I identified I was a serial starter-upper, and I wanted to develop an income all the time, and I couldn't get excited about it. Morning. I kept getting excited about that prospect all the time. So there is cycles when you first start something where you go on and up all the time, and you continue to go up all the time. In anything you do, the excitement level builds. You're building something new, you're getting excited about your future, you're moving on, and then you get to that plateau is, right, okay, everything's working perfectly. Notice I just said there, everything's working perfectly. This is when you start to get bored. And because everything's working perfectly. Okay, everything's working perfectly, I tell you what I'll do, I'll go and start something new. Hold it right there. You don't need to start something new. Just duplicate the same thing that you're doing. Do it again. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just do the same thing again, and do the same thing again, and then again, and then again, and then again. And that's how you build wealth. You don't start things up over and over again and do something new all the time. There's no new fandangled method to this. There's no new way of doing something. There's no new way of developing income outside the normal day-to-day formula. It works, and it works very, very well. So don't fix what isn't broke. That's the reality, and that's what I learned over the years. So, people more successful than me taught me, boring pays well. And that's probably my lesson for today. Another one with this property, just a quick one, mutual repairs. Quick one for me. One thing I found out, and be careful of this, is when the person upstairs decides that they want to fix their roof and you're happy to put your hand in your pocket, that's fine, you put your hand in your pocket. All of a sudden, when you want to do something downstairs, because the roof for the gutter is affecting your property downstairs, but it's not affecting theirs, you sometimes find they don't want to put their hand in their pocket because it's not affecting them. So just be aware of that. How you get round that is you say, look, you know, we're going to do this, I probably need some commitment from yourself, and if you can pay the bill just now for the contractor, if you pay 50%, I'll pay 50%, we'll get the job done. That's a way around it. But that's the lessons I've learned with this property. Most important one though, boring pays well. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30.